Greetings!
And welcome back to Cobweb Cottage.
It's that time of the year again when we are getting ready for the spooky season.
Oh, yes. It might seem a little bit early for some of you, but here in Sleepy Hollow Country, it feels like Halloween Town, where we have to be getting ready all year long and then really kick it into gear in September.
So what are we gonna do today?
So in this video, we thought it'd be fun to share some spooky ways that we're getting ready for Halloween with some costuming crafts and what else?
Yeah, I thought some pumpkin carvings and some Sleepy Hollow themed artwork.
And some spooky events and some tips for how to feel ghoulishly good all season. But first, in case you're new here, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Jonas.
And we would love for you to subscribe and join all the cozy spooky fun we have here.
And if you haven't already, pour yourself a cozy cup of something nice and let's have a spooky chat, shall we?
Sounds lovely. Cheers.
Cheers.
So it's definitely started to feel a little bit like fall here. We've had some really crisp and cool mornings, and even the leaves are starting to change just a little bit, which is really exciting, but it also kind of signals to us that we are in for a very busy rest of the year. And sometimes we don't take very good care of ourselves during the Burr months.
Burr months?
Do you know what that is?
I never heard it.
September, October, November, December.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time of year is really a transition to get used to, going back to school or work, and the night is getting darker too.
We can all get pretty busy with our schedules in this last half of the year, but it's really important to remember to take care of ourselves. And that includes staying hydrated and remembering to take care of your skin. It can be really easy to overlook your skincare routine, but keeping your skin healthy and glowing can really make a difference in how you feel.
You know what I always say?
What do you say?
That glowing is not only for jack-o'-lanterns. It is for you and me and you too.
It's so true. I'd like to take a moment to thank Foreo for partnering with us on this video, which is Sweden's secret to glowing skin.
And if it's from Sweden, it has to be good.
Absolutely. This is the extraordinary UFO 3 by Foreo Sweden, a deep facial hydration device that delivers out-of-this-world treatments. Think of it as a skincare spaceship that's about to beam up your glow to interstellar levels. This skincare technology might as well be from another planet. It is so amazing. I've been using the UFO 3 as a facial treatment for a few months now, and I'm blown away by how soft and radiant my skin feels. I noticed a difference in just a few days. So here's how it works. The UFO 3 combines science-backed elements: thermotherapy, which helps your skin absorb moisture, cryotherapy that depuffs and firms, T-sonic pulsations that boost circulation, and LED light therapy revitalizes your complexion. It's clinically proven to increase skin moisture levels by 126% in just 90 seconds, and reduces wrinkles in just 7 days. So it's super easy to use with these activated masks. Pair the device with the Foreo app to customize your skincare routine, or choose from 8 preset treatments in easy mode with just a push of a button. Whether you are using warming or cooling effects, it only takes 2 minutes and feels like a spa treatment at home. And here's the best part, the UFO 3 is rarely on discount, but you can get 30% off with my link in the description below. Plus, if you're one of the first 50 to use the code CHARMING10, you'll get an extra 10% off. And trust me, your skin will thank you.
You know, I noticed that you are glowing more than usual.
Really?
Sometimes I even think that UFO beamed you up and back.
Oh, really? Well, thank you to Foreo.
So let's talk about the upcoming spooky season of Sleepy Hollow, that also have a very special year.
Yes. In case you didn't know, the village of Sleepy Hollow was originally settled in 1640, but it was incorporated in 1874, which means that this year is the 150th anniversary, and the village is making a big deal out of it. So every month this year, the village has put on some fun event, and we've been traveling a little bit, so we haven't been to all of them, but we did go to the pumpkin drop in January and the Mermaid Festival in July, which felt like a little taste of what's to come for Halloween season because everyone was dressed up in costumes. The Headless Horseman was there, and everybody just kind of came together as a community. So it feels like it's going to be a really special rest of the year in Sleepy Hollow Village with lots of celebrations, and we will put a link in the description box with more information in case you are wanting to visit.
It really feels like it's going to be the most legendary Halloween season in the village yet.
Which is hard to imagine because last year it was off the charts.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about one of our favorite things about spooky season, which is jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah. And for those of you who doesn't know, I'm an artist and a professional pumpkin carver. And I have been doing a lot of pumpkins in the off-season because there is ways to carve pumpkins, just not real ones.
Wait, so how do you carve pumpkins off-season?
You simply use a breed of foam pumpkins.
Oh.
It's a special breed, I must say, and they can look like this.
Beautiful.
I even do the stem myself. So what can we say about this pumpkin? It is the Headless Horseman. It's coming right at you. This is a commission I've been working on, and I have had a few commissions already this season. You can actually see several of my pumpkins throughout Sleepy Hollow and Terrytown. If you are eating at Horsefeather's restaurant or taking a tour at Armour Steiner Octagon House. And new for this year is Lyndhurst Mansion. I also do a lot of pumpkins for the studio I work for, which is Rise of the Jack-o'-lanterns.
Not to be confused with The Blaze.
And that is the studio I spend a lot of time during September and October carving the real pumpkins. And this year they are having a show in Long Island, which we actually missed last year because we were too busy.
Yeah.
But we hope to go this year. However, last year we did get to go to an unforgettable Halloween experience thanks to the studio I work for. It is called Light into the Dungeon, a jack-o'-lantern experience at Old Newgate Prison and Copper Mine in East Granby, Connecticut. It is a chillingly fun event set in a historic location underground that used to be a prison. The 100-yard loop of the underground copper mine is lit by 300 jack-o'-lanterns, commissioned by the Pumpkin Studio here in New York. These are my children.
What are all their names?
I personally remember all the hundreds of faces that I carved, and it was great knowing that Lindsay also had an important role in this, since she helped out with the light and the electrical cords. The location is very spooky and just perfect for an event like this. We appreciate how something as simple as glowing pumpkins can illuminate the darkness and spread Halloween cheer. So if you have a chance to go to one of these events, just do it, because it's an unforgettable experience that you will remember forever.
So wow, I hope you all can see how much time and effort goes into these jack-o'-lanterns. They are not your average pumpkin carving. So you really have to be quite an artist, don't you?
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing.
So I'm always so impressed by your pumpkin carvings. They are literal works of art, but you are also an amazing artist. And
Thank you.
do you have some artwork to share here?
Yeah, I thought we could flip through some of my most iconic Sleepy Hollow themed artwork. Let's begin with this.
Upside down?
Oh. So why don't we start with the Headless Horseman? And the fun story behind this watercolor is that it was my first painting of the Headless Horseman ever.
Before we even moved to Sleepy Hollow, we
Yeah.
had no idea.
I had no idea that Sleepy Hollow existed.
Yes, I think I had to tell you.
So I created this painting 2015, and up to this day it's one of my most popular prints actually.
It is.
And the next painting is Washington Irving, the author of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And with this one I had the idea to make a black and white portrait of the author and make his story in color as a background.
I love that idea.
Thank you.
And you really captured his essence. He looks so handsome there.
Thank you. He say thank you.
He says thank you.
And why not something for the lovebirds out there? This is a painting that says Headless Ever After. And I really noticed that many people go to like Sleepy Hollow to get married.
They do.
So that was the inspiration for this painting. And I kind of imagine the bride coming from like Salem or something. Salem and Sleepy Hollow united. With this watercolor I can let you know that it was my second Headless Horseman ever. And for this one I wanted to change the aesthetic a little bit. I wanted to do more at not daytime but more in the evening. And I wanted him to have an axe instead of a sword. So this one have become my personal favorite, and I made this during the bicentennial of the book, 200 years celebration. And my thought was that I wanted to have the story in the top and then go down, weave in his work desk, almost as if his inspiration was like growing out from his desk. And I used references from the real Old Dutch church here, and I added some ghosts in the background because they said that the region of Sleepy Hollow was indeed haunted. So one of my most recent paintings is not of the Headless Horseman, but another very important figure of Sleepy Hollow.
Yes.
And this scarecrow is guarding the clock tower, not the clock tower, the clock
The
lamppost
lamppost
of Beekman Avenue. So that's why he's called Beekman Jack.
It's a very exciting day when Beekman Jack goes up, usually a little before October, and that really feels like, okay, Halloween is officially here in Sleepy Hollow. And this painting is incredible. I think it's one of my favorites ever.
Oh, thank you.
Beekman Jack was actually inspiration for your Halloween costume last year, right?
Yeah, I must say that.
For the parade day.
So if you are going to Sleepy Hollow or Terrortown this year, you can actually get my prints at Bella's boutique. As an artist, I'm always excited to see like the work behind a print, because when you see the actual painting, you realize that, wow, there are so many hours that lays behind this work of art.
So the originals of all your artwork are incredible. I think they should be in a gallery someday.
Oh, thank you.
But until then, it's great that you sell prints, postcards, bookmarks of all of your artwork. And where can they get them?
You can get them from my Etsy shop, the Woodland Library. And we are actually having a Friday the 13th sale right now.
Yeah.
But you can get 13% off orders of $13.
So the sale is going from right now all the way through, you guessed it, Friday the 13th of September. Did you realize that there was going to be a Friday the 13th in September this year?
It always caught me by surprise.
Now you know.
But use the code Friday13 during checkout and you get 13% off orders of $13.
We thought it'd be a fun way to kick off spooky season, and thank you so much for supporting small shops like ours.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Halloween costumes. Yeah.
What do you think we should be this year?
I have no idea.
Maybe you know what you're gonna be.
Give us some ideas, because it's really fun to hear what you have planned, and we need some inspiration because usually we have no idea what our plans are for October.
You know, when I carve pumpkins, like thousands, not thousands, but a lot. I barely know what day it is.
It's so true. Just one long October day. But last year we had a very special event on Friday the 13th of October, which was the first Headless Horseman Ball. It was so much fun. So the theme was legendary figures, and I knew it was our golden opportunity to finally do our own Gothic-inspired Katrina and Ichabod.
Yeah.
I've just always dreamed of wearing that black and white striped dress, and you always wanted to wear the pointy Ichabod hat, right?
Yeah, and you know, I always hear people telling me that I look like Ichabod.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is my spindle neck or my look of an eloped scarecrow.
From a cornfield. So I think it's a compliment.
I take it as a compliment.
You have a nice Ichabod body.
Oh, thank you.
So we finally got to make these fantasies come true at the ball, but of course we wanted to put a little bit more of a Gothic, elegant spin on it, since it was such a fancy occasion. So it wasn't a masquerade ball necessarily, but I just had this image in my head of wearing like a very elegant jack-o'-lantern mask, and I looked around online and I couldn't really find what I was looking for, and I shared my idea with you, and you said,
I think I can do it.
and he did. Look at these. So you've really brought my vision to life even better than I could imagine. I know. Oh, these feel so amazing.
Do you think everything looks more colorful through a mask?
Oh, it was so fun to have a mask at a ball. So do you want to talk about how we made these? Because it was really fun.
Yeah, so actually one of them is peeling off a little bit. So I thought I would take you through it when I repaired this one and show you how we did it. Because all we did was to buy just a random basic mask, and then I modeled this pumpkin shape in clay.
And then what was the next step?
Well, after it was dry, it was time to paint it. And that's for me is the fun part. And actually, you can't really see it from here, but it is most likely at least 5 different tones of pumpkin-y colors.
Yes. I really think you captured the dimensions of the jack-o'-lantern. It was a little bit spooky, but elegant. But what's not so elegant? Do you want to know a secret?
Yeah, it's the background here, the back of them. Because if you are gonna wear one of these for your Halloween party, make sure that you have like some support for the nose here to make it comfortable.
Yes, because when we first tested it out, it left like this crazy red mark on our noses, and so we needed some kind of cushioning here. And this was very last minute before the ball, and we just ended up hot gluing cotton pads. So that was our fancy what we were wearing at the ball. So I'd like to find something better to cushion these in the side. Let us know if you have any ideas, because it's really fun to get crafty for Halloween, don't you think? And make some of your costume.
And you know what? Some people are wearing Swiss Army knives in the pocket, for emergencies. I wear cotton pads.
Yeah. So let us know if you're going to be making any of your Halloween costume or have any fun creative ideas. I think what we love so much about spooky season is just that it's a chance to let your imagination run wild, get super creative, and just be weird. People won't judge you that bad.
Yeah, this is your chance.
The weirdos rise.
The rise of the weirdos.
The rise of the weirdos.
So we hope that this video helped you a little bit of getting in the Halloween spirit and get some ideas and inspiration.
As much as we love Halloween, we want to just remind you that you can celebrate Halloween in whatever way that supports you best. It's really easy to get FOMO and feel like you're missing out on all the fun events when you see so much happening, especially on social media. But you don't have to do everything to have a great Halloween. You don't have to buy everything to have a great Halloween. And if you do, maybe consider supporting a small shop, because you will get something really unique and handmade, and you also make that Creator's Day.
And just so you know, there's even more fun over at our Patreon, where you can get exclusive content like behind the scenes videos and sometimes early looks at my pumpkin carvings.
It's a lot of fun in our little cozy spooky community over there.
If you like this video, please consider to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our other Halloween fun.
Because we have a lot of tricks and treats up our sleeves that you won't want to miss. Thank you so much for joining us here at Cobweb Cottage, where things are only just beginning to get very cobwebby. So stay spooky, friends, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.